the hollers and hills of West Virginia. It's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this is what we got going on today. We're going to try to build a hoop house, and we're going to put a pumpkin plant out early. Is it going to work? I don't know, but we're going to try it. We have one pumpkin plant in particular that I got several that I've got two of, but one that I think I'm just going to give it a shot. Let's see what it does. It was grown up in the north. So being that it was grown in the north, and I'm down south of the north, but not down south, we're going to try to see if, in fact, it has any effect on the seed and how it reacts to my climate. I don't know. Will it work? No idea. It's a theory that I have that seeds grown up north will grow better down south. Not just because they're down south, but I'm thinking that they would be more cold tolerant. So then if they are more cold tolerant, then my cold won't affect them as much as the cold that they were grown in to begin with. It's a theory, so we're going to try to test this theory out. We're also going to build a little hoop house just to give it a little, a little security, a little blanket. What else are we going to do today? Well, we got chickens hatching, so we got to check up on those all the time. What else are we going to do today? I have no idea. I do need to transplant some stuff. So we're going to try that out maybe, transplanting some stuff, get them separated and all that good jazz. What else are we going to do today? I don't know, but we'll figure it out and we'll have fun doing it, right? Right?
Yep.
All right. So look here. Get your kids involved in gardening, okay? Teach them, show them. It's a great skill to have. You never know when you're going to need it. When we're going to be in a pandemic, I mean, you never know. Pandemics just happen all the time now. You never know when the next one's going to happen. So we'll just wait for that. But in the meantime, teach the kids how to hunt, how to fish, how to trap, how to make their own clothes, how to tan the hides that they get off of their kills and off of their catches. Let's see what else. Oh, how to cook the food that they kill, how to cook the food that they grow. And just give them all kinds of skills to pay them bills, right? No, not necessarily, but maybe. All right, so let's go get our copper water line that we're going to shape the hoops out of, and we'll go from there. We'll figure out where we're going to put this pumpkin plant at. Okay. Oh, I think I might put down some garden fabric today as well. That was something I'm thinking about doing. So stay tuned. All right. Let's see what we got. I hear them in here. I hear them peeping. They're still in there. Oh, got another one over here breaking loose. All right. Yep. Got another one down there breaking loose. Well, let's see if we can't get some of these rascals to help. Let's see here. Got a bunch of them breaking loose this morning. This one here's coming loose. Look here, y'all's got to fight. You gotta fight. I can't do it for you. We candled a bunch of eggs last night. That's why it's short. There's a bunch of short eggs in here because we candled a bunch of them. There's 3 of them. So here he ain't doing much pecking. There he is. There he is. Yeah, he's pecking. Peck your way out, buddy. We found him last night as well when we was candling eggs. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? There's 4 of them. They gotta fight to get out of these eggs. So since last night, 4 of them have started pecking. Now these are a couple days behind, and these are a day behind, and they were looking good too. And look here, we candled the double yoker. It looked like it was full and ready to go. So the double yoker looked good. This one looked good. That one looked good. Just go ahead and turn them all today while I'm in here. Might as well turn them all. Go ahead and turn them, turn them, turn them. All them duck eggs over there. These are all duck eggs right through here. That whole line is duck eggs. Just look normal. Didn't look like anything, but now they hatch in 28 days, not 21. So was it a good idea to put them in here with chicken eggs? I don't know. Probably not, but I wanted to see if you could do it, splitting the difference on the heat, because they're real close to the same heat. So that's what I've done. I split the difference on the heat. Only had one duck egg to rot. The rest of them were fine, but they're not nowhere near what these eggs are. These chicken eggs are, as you can see, ready to hatch and are hatching. So that a crack? No, not a crack. I gotta keep my eye out for them. Get these out of here and we'll put a new batch in and hatch a new batch. I'm really excited to see what's in that double yoker. They said it can't be done. We're about to find out if the neighbor's double yoker can be done or not. And then I got those 2 double yokers out there that I just put underneath the duck. I can bring them in and try those out too. So pretty exciting. Stay tuned. Crazy how they fit in that egg. all growing in the egg, and then it's just wild. I think it's so fascinating, and I think it's so cool how God designed it. Watch this, watch this. Come on, buddy. Come on, you gotta fight to get out. I love watching seeds sprout or chickens hatch or anything. Like, it's just awesome how it happens. So he's got his wing over his beak and his face. That's one of his wings. It's just crazy how they grow like that. Fight, buddy. Fight, fight, fight. We threw away 17 eggs last night. 17 eggs that went bad in here, or wasn't fertilized. I think out of all of them, 2 of them was bad, and the other 15 had just not been fertilized. It's hard to tell how many outside get laid every day that aren't fertilized. So I should have candled these a long time ago, but just ain't really had the time to do it. Barely remembered to come in here and flip them. Here we go, here we go, here we go. If I just could figure out who lays the white eggs, that would help a lot. I know the Americanas are supposed to be laying the blues, but 2 of them are laying these green eggs. I don't know what the sapphire olive eggers are laying. The broilers lay brown eggs. I've seen that. So I really should put 1 of each up every day till I figure out what color egg they lay. Tough getting out there, ain't it, buddy? Tough getting out there, ain't it, huh? There he is. There he be. All right, so what have we got in the way of the plants today? Well, here is our first Clements worm that sprouted. Happy there. This is the 114.75 Flesher long gourd right there. That right there, if you don't know if you can see, it's right there at the tip. Right there, that purple thing. That is another worm sprouting. So that'll make two. Over here, the tiny worm, the tiniest seed in that packet. Didn't even know, thought there was 4 seeds. Ended up being 5 seeds in there. Okay. There it is. That's how little it was. It was so tiny. It was super tiny. It sprouted. That one is sprouting. You can see it's almost through the seed off. And then this one has sprouted. So I have 5 of the Clements worm seeds that have sprouted. 5 out of 5. So we're happy for that. That'll be 5 plants, 5 growing chances. I'm going to give a couple to my dad if he wants them. Let him see if he can grow a state record or a world record. I like growing stuff with him. It's pretty fun. So anyways, we got the long gourd. Like I say, it's coming up. Waiting on this one and that one over there to come up. And once those come up, I'll have 4 of the long gourds. So it's a waiting game. We're just waiting to see what happens. Soaking them down with water a couple times a day, because as you can see, it gets pretty dry in here. Pretty dry. Alright. And these snail vines are looking beautiful, but some of them there was 5 seeds, and out of 5, I've only had 2 to sprout. Now they say it could take up to 21 days for germination. I don't know. Looking pretty poorly to me as far as those chances go. But if not, I'll have 2 plants that I can produce my own seeds off of. I have a bunch of seeds. Now over here is the real travesty. A whole tray of peppers that were planted, only 1 come up. These right here, from this popsicle stick right here to that one right there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 this rows are hot bananas, and then 1, 2, 3 rows of sweet, 1 row of pepperoncini, and then we got hots, like super hots back there in the back. We had Scotch bonnets, chocolate scorpions, and none of them have came up. Nothing's come up except for that 1 pepperoncini. I don't know what I done here. I don't know what the problem is. Temperature's fine. Everything's fine. I did everything the same way I done the other peppers that I got growing out there. These didn't do it. These didn't work. So I don't know what the problem is. It's kind of frustrating now, I can tell you that. Alright, well, let's see what else we can get going on here today. Hey, Karen, what's going on? How you doing, Chickie Poo? What's all your chicks doing? You just need to relax, buddy. You just need to relax. Just sit there and chill out. Okay? Yeah, just sit there and relax. Everything's okay. Get you some sleep. Get you some sleep. Alright, leave you all alone. See you later. This one here just hatched. I was in here not 10 minutes ago. Come back in and this one's hatched. So we got a few things we need to figure out here. Got some sacks that are left attached. We have to figure this out. Alright, be right back. Okay, let's see here. Alright, I'm just cutting the sacks from in there. I don't know that they're gonna make it. There was a hot spot, I guess, in my stuff here. We're gonna have to take a look at them, see what they got, because they can't drag it around. It would appear that he had some stuff stuck to him as well, so don't know. We'll have to see what we got going on. They can't walk on those, so we're gonna have to figure it out real quick. Oh yeah, we hear you. We'll be back in a minute. Be back in a minute. Let's go feed old Chili Mac. Feed old Chili. Chili Mac, Chili Mac. All right, Chili Mac. What you want, hog? Oh, are you aching? Oink, oink, oink. For some bacon, oink, oink, oink. You could be a big pig too, oink, oink. Are you aching for some bacon? You can keep turning that around all you want. I'm not gonna do nothing about it. You see where he's really trying to get out of there. He knows that's how I got in yesterday, and he's working his way around trying to get out. Really keep an eye on him. All right, Chili Mac. Watch them. They follow you. They'll follow you. Look at them. They follow. Where's that food at? Where's that food at, man? Where's that food at? Where's the food, bro? Well, bro. Oh, I'm also going to show you. We've only got 5 eggs, so that hen right there, or the one that looks like her, whichever one it is, that was causing me so much trouble going in there laying in the building, is no longer going in there laying, so the fence must be working. So, here we go. Feed some chicks. Okay. Watch out, y'all. Move it or lose it, sisters. Move it or lose it, sisters. Here we go. Chickens. Alright, going down here, toss some around. A lot of these scratch grains get down here in this soil, and what will end up happening is they'll start sprouting and coming up, and then they'll start eating the seeds of those scratch grains once they come up, because they're not going to scratch this plumb out, I don't think. So that'll help and give back to the land and the animals. So let's go on ahead and check on these eggs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in there. All right. Mama's sitting on those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Them two's fighting. I believe that one's back there sitting on a brood. I don't know, I have to check. I don't think the gray one is. I think the gray one's just coming in to lay, but I think the one behind her, if you can see that one behind her, I think she's went broody and is actually sitting on a clutch of eggs back there. So we'll leave her alone. We'll have to check back later to see if she's still sitting back there or not. And then mark it down, because she was sitting, or a chicken that looked like that was sitting back there yesterday as well. So gonna need to keep checking on that. Got 2 of them in here that are sitting. Wow. Actually, yeah, there's 2 of them right here. One there, one here. Oh, you look mean, mama. And one here. They all look broody. They all look broody. So it's all 3 of these are sitting in here. One here, and then one over there where that gray one was at. This one is a production red. Don't know if she'll stay there or not, but we'll see. Anyhow, so they're all sitting broody. Okay, we'll see what transpires. She's got so many eggs in her hair, they're busting out. We'll see what transpires here. Do you have enough eggs under you, mama? You're awful fluffed up. That's why I say I think they're going broody, because she's awful fluffed up. And that'd be a good thing then if they are, because then there's a lot of eggs they can sit on and hatch. And hatch out a lot more eggs than I can. So, all right. Well, chickens are fed. And that one, see, that's that one. It's that one. It always goes, tries to kick eggs out. That's aggravating. Are you the same one that was over here just now? No. No, you're a different one. That one goes over there. This one likes to go up here. She tries to kick all these eggs out. You don't have to kick the eggs out, stupid. Just set your tail end down, lay your egg, and be done with it. There's no need to kick the eggs out. There's plenty of room in there for you. No other chickens have that problem. No other chickens kick the eggs out but you. You're the only one. You want to nest by yourself to where it's just your eggs and go somewhere else and lay. Because I'm not even sure that y'all's laying green eggs like you're supposed to. I got 2 other ones out here laying green eggs. Don't you kick that egg out. Yeah, that one back there is Rudy. She's making a lot of noise. There's a lot of eggs back there, so both of them can sit on it and it'd be pretty good. I think she might be stealing some eggs from her. I'm really interested to know who's laying these stinking white eggs. That's what I really want to know. Because if the rollers are laying browns and the production reds are laying the browns, then that explains why there's so many brown eggs. But at the same time, some of these eggs are a lot darker brown, but then some of them have like white specks and just they're very odd. So I'm just kind of curious as to what's laying what, because Royal King said that those 2 out there, those 2 hens, that one and that one, was supposed to be Americanas, and the one I know is laying green eggs for sure. Not sure about the other one, but I know the one's laying green eggs. And then these are supposed to lay green eggs, but I don't know if they are or not. I've not had any green eggs laid where this one's laying. I've only had blue. Those are it up there. I know. No, they were blue. And them's all blue. Anyways. And then, so I'm not really sure what's what. The Americanas are supposed to be laying blues. So, I don't know. Hard to tell. Alright. So what we've done is we went on ahead, tilled up our area real quick, okay? And then after we tilled it, we took and went and got a heat cable source. Now our heat cable source is a water line tape, heat tape for a water line. There you go. There you can use the gutter ones, the de-ice gutters. They make other ones that are 39, 40 foot plus long that are just for soil. I didn't spend the money. I went on ahead and spent the money on different things this year instead of buying soil cables, because I thought, I was already running late, and I figured by the time I got ready to plant that the soil would be up. But here we are, almost mid-May. Going into next week will be the 10th and starting on through to mid-May, and we're supposed to have 30-degree temperatures. So I'm ready to plant pumpkins, and the ground, I don't know that it's ready yet. I don't know that the air temp's ready yet. Okay, so since I forego buying the soil heating cables, I had to go on ahead and use my heat tape for my water line. Wasn't a big deal. So what we're going to do now is we've already buried it. we've got a gap right here where we're going to plant our pumpkin. We're going to go pick that pumpkin out. I've got several in mind that I want to just try. You know, they're the weaker plants, so that if they die, I'm not at a loss on my stronger plants. But you know, I just want to see what they'll do if I build these hoop houses, if they'll survive. If I put some, you know, heat tape or you know, even soil cables down and stuff, might end up having to buy those. So we'll see how it works out this week. If it does good, great. If it doesn't, well, I'm not at a big loss as far as my big pumpkins go. Hoping that after next week we could go ahead and plant, but it's looking like we might not be able to plant till the 1st of June unless we spend more money and buy more stuff to do hoop houses and things. So we'll see how this turns out, and we'll get back to you as soon as we get this pumpkin in the ground and figure out which one we want to plant. All right, Jaden, let's see here. What do we have? 1209 Hodge, a 1251 new, another 1240 Hodge, another 1240 Hodge, or 209 Hodge, 240 Hodges. Let's see here. That's a 248 new. That is a bushel gourd. 1251 new. 1673.5 Bartimus. 824 Hodge. 727 Hodge. 951 new. 2261 Schmidt. 1675 Bartimus. 1378 new and a 1378 new. All right, which one do I want to go with here? Let's see here, Jaden. Okay, you can pick one of these if you want a 727 Hodge, or you can pick a new one of the 1378 news. You can either have a 1378 new or a 727 Hodge. There's a 1378 news. That's 727 Hodges.
I mean, like this one has 2 plants.
You can only have one of the plants. I got to separate them.
Okay. I'm guessing the new.
You want a new?
Yeah, I think that might do better because it's a bigger plant.
Well, I'm not giving you the biggest. I'm giving you the smallest of the two, which is that one right there. So you can take that one out there. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. It's 103.
Too hot.
Bring me a water back, please. All right, guys, so we got our hoops in. No, they're not pretty, but it's copper water line, all right? We did the best that we could bending them, and it'll be plenty enough to shed the water and give some heat inside of here, okay? So now we're just gonna grab our plastic, cut it, put it on, and call it good for now. All right, so there's one little small hoop house. What you can do with copper water line, okay? And look here, you can drive that stuff straight in the ground. They're probably in there over a foot. It pushes right down in, especially if you got this soil good and tilled. They'll push straight down. Look here, they ain't going nowhere. I mean nowhere. They're down in there, okay? They're good to go. So hopefully that'll help somebody that might have some copper water line laying around, or know somebody that's tearing a house down or something. They got copper water line, or you know, whatever. This was the water line running into the house, okay? The flexible, it comes in a roll, all right? Not the straight copper line that you use underneath the house to fix it all up. Like, this is the stuff that runs from the meter to the house, and some people use it to run through the house at certain places, but then they start going to the stiffer stuff that uses the joints. So anyhow, If you know where some's at, or you got some laying around, I would suggest getting it and using it. It does great for what they're going to be. All right, just a couple, 3 hoops, and throw some plastic on it and call it a day. So we're gonna get the plastic on, plant our plant. We picked a 1378 new, and we'll show you. All right, guys. So we're inside our little hoop house. The plastic was straight. The wind's been blowing though, and really giving me some fits. We're gonna go on ahead and we're gonna plant our new 1378 and let it take off and grow. It's the smaller of the 2 that I have, and we're gonna let it grow inside the hoop house here beside this soil cable. We'll dig our hole and get it in. I'll show you what I did outside here in a second, and this dirt is really tough, hard dirt. It's not like the other dirt that I had. It's more clayish like, so that's why it's been such a pain to till. I do need to get the peat moss in here, but everywhere I've looked, and they said they had it either in 2.2 cubic foot bags or 4.4 cubic foot bags. It says they have it online. You get there and there's none there. They look up on their books and it says they ain't got it. You show them where you looked online and it says that the store has it. So I don't know what the deal is, but I definitely need peat moss and cannot find it anywhere. So at least not in the big bags like I need it. I need some big bags of peat moss, try to help this soil out a little bit, make it a little bit more fluffier. But yeah, it's a bit much. So we got that done. Now we're going to rip the side of this out, take our sticks out, rip this milk jug out. Bury it. There we go. Let me get this turned off and I'll show it to you. All right, here's our 1378 new. Here's the first true leaf right here. There's a second one. That's the way it'll vine. So it wants to go, it'll go that way. Okay, that's the way I want it to go. I want it to vine that way. So look, when you plant, pumpkin is directional, if you know what you're looking at. So what you want to do is you find your first true leaf like that. The first true leaf is going to be your biggest one. You know, here's your codlins right here. Here's your first true leaf. The next one is the way it's going to vine. Okay, so there's the next true leaf right there. That's the way it'll vine. It'll vine that way. So if I wanted it to vine that way, uphill, I would have put that leaf facing uphill and the first true leaf back behind it. Okay, so that's how you tell how to make your plant grow, which way. Okay, you want it to grow up, down, left, right. That's how you do it. Here's your first true leaf. There's your second. That's the one that'll start vining, and it'll go that way. Okay, so That's how you tell if a pumpkin plant's directional. There it is, the 1378 new. It's in the ground. There's the heat cable that I'm going to be using. It's buried up underneath there. I just left whatever was left over just right there to, you know, whatever. They can give some heat out here, I guess, if we needed it. It's the pumpkin patch is 13.5 foot wide by 62 foot long. That's how big my pumpkin patch is. It's 13.5 foot wide, 62.5 foot long, and I'm probably going to add several feet to that width and length. So we'll see. But anyhow, on to whatever I got left to do next before this rain hits. Also, real quick, wherever you step on inside of here, okay, because you're not going to be able to till again. That's going to be it, unless you kill that plant and then start over, okay? But if you come in here, whatever you do when you plant that and you're in here packing this soil down, on the way out, take one of your garden tools and unpack that soil, okay? You can see right here, that's where I was sitting when I planted it, and I unpacked it all, okay? Just unpack that soil. It's very important that a pumpkin had very loose dirt to grow in, especially these giant ones. So we'll get out and show you the rest of the hoop house. So here's the rest of the hoop house. Sorry, I had to wipe some sweat off of me. Here's my plug-in for it. Run my extension cord down here, on off right here, okay? Actually, it's not an on-off, it's a magnet. I thought it had an on-off. Anyhow, all right. Well, anyways, plug it in, let it go, heat up the soil. Hopefully, it'll make through this storm. You can see, like I said, it's not perfect. I had it pulled pretty tight, and what I had to do is I cut it. This roll was 25 foot wide by 40 foot long, so I cut a piece that was 11 foot long, thinking that was enough, because I measured all the way around the hoop, okay? And it was, in order to get enough it's 10 foot all the way around. In order to get enough from the ground over, in order to get enough hangover, I thought, well, it'd be about 11 foot, almost 12. So I cut it right at like 11.9 or something like that. Ended up being just a touch too short, just error. So what I had to do is I cut it in two sections in. Instead of making it one whole piece, I just made it two pieces. I did it from here to the middle, okay, and then I zip tied them all, and I pulled it tight, but it's getting loosened up. I don't think it's going to matter a whole bunch, especially because of the wind. But anyhow, it just keeps getting worse and worse. So it may need to come out here and pull it tight again and try to stake it down with some homemade stakes. Anyways, then I went from the middle to the end. I've been digging, and you can see where I've tilled. And I want you to look. I mean, I know we've been out here walking around right here, around this. I mean, we not so much out there, but right here you can see where we've been walking. But I tilled this yesterday, and you can see the pack. I mean, how dense that is. I mean, it's just, that's ridiculous. So anyways, I used it to go around the house there with it. I'm going to end up coming out here and flipping this whole thing over by hand, shovel it, and then go through it with a tiller, because that's just so ridiculous. But anyhow, I wanted you to see one reason why I planted this here is because look at this. It stays so wet. It stays soaking wet right here. For some reason, this whole area stays really wet. All this, like all the way down through there, starting about right here, okay? And you can see that patch right there, that was from wet. That's from where it was wet. That's why it's like that. But anyhow, so hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm trying to block the wind off. But anyways, it stays real wet right there. And and then it goes all the way down and stays wet through there, okay? Not super wet right there. Super wet up here. It stays wet down there, but not super wet like it does up here. This stays so wet you'll go to step in it and sink up to your ankle. That does not stay that wet. So I didn't want to rot my roots or nothing, so I planted there instead of planting up higher. But all that water drains down into there because it's on a slant. You can see the slant. So anyhow, I do know this. When it rains down here, I was out here metal detecting when it was raining, and I could dig a shovel full of a hole that's a shovel width or length deep. Okay, the whole blade of the shovel. Pull that plug out from metal detecting, and within just a few seconds, that hole that I would pull out from that plug would fill up with water, to the point when I stick the plug back in, the plug didn't want to really go back because it was having to squish out so much water. So that's how much water will run downhill from here. So I know it catches a lot of water. I know a lot of water travels through here, and that's a good thing because I want to be able to get these plants as much water as possible, as well as food. Okay, so for 2 years I have did nothing but pile up my grass right here. When I would cut this whole area right here, all the grass would flow right through there, all of it. Okay, and you can tell because it's super soft right there where all the grass lay. I'm trying to get some of those nutrients shifted around, but you know, the intention was not to plant here until last year. The intention was to use all the grass to eventually keep building up the ground level till it would come up flush, or you know, maybe come up flush. I mean, I know it'd be for a long time, but of doing it till it come up level. But that was the thought behind it, because it was a very low gap right there. So I was trying to build it up. Then last year I was like, well, hey, these pumpkins, because I started learning about last year, I was like, these pumpkins need a lot of water and stuff. They would get a lot of water if they were right here growing. So that's why I decided last year to plant these pumpkins here. Of course, I'd already planted last year. It was way too late to start over, but that's been my intention since last year, is to plant over here. So like I say, it's 62.5 foot long. Okay, it's 13.5 foot wide. Okay, it's 13.5 foot wide and 62.5 foot long. Now you can see, look how deep I tilled that. You see that? Can you see the edge? Look at the edge right there where I've tilled it. You can see that edge all the way down through there, and it's so, just packs down so fast and it's so dense. But anyhow, so like down in here, I probably will end up tilling up this little area right here. You can see how it comes this way from that right there. It comes down, and then over here on this side it comes down, and then over here on this side it comes down, right? And there's like, and then right here in front of me it's going down a little bit. So right there in that center, right there where I'm pointing, it's like the lowest point, all right, of this area. So what I'm thinking is, I mean, I don't know if you can see it real good, but you know, it goes uphill right there. And so like right here is the lowest point in the yard. You can see uphill that way, it's uphill that way a little bit, still coming down this way a little bit, and then all this is up above me. Okay, all that. So if I plant right in here, plant my bushel gourd right in here is what I'm thinking. Let the pumpkins have the 62.5 foot long, and then I'll plant my bushel gourd right in that area right there. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. I think what I'm going to do is start hand shoveling some of these over now, that way, because it's going to rain, and so might as well go on ahead, hand shovel them over, and then flip it over. Then whenever it dries out, after it rains and all this week, it'll be dried. When it dries out, I can run the tiller back through it, hopefully have some peat moss by then, and we'll be good to go and plant the rest of them. I'm hoping. So let me go on ahead and start doing that, and then we'll see what we do. All right, guys, we've had a lot of wind this afternoon. Couldn't get a whole lot done. We've got 46 tomatillos, purple tomatillos, transplanted and in their forever homes until they go in the ground. So anyhow, there's 46 of them things, plus I got 2 in the building, or in the greenhouse growing. So I'm gonna go out here. I got to run an extension cord. It's getting late. Need to run an extension cord over to the heat tape at my little hoop house for my 1378 new pumpkin, and get that going, and just check everything out over there. Probably need to give it some water as well. Forgot to do that. Anyhow, we're going to go do that real quick, and let these get some water from the rain, and we'll button this up. Hey guys, got 46 tomatillo plants here. There's 46 of them there. They're purple tomatillos. Tomatillo is like a tomato. It's pretty much a tomato, but it's got a little husk over it. It's a little mini tomato with a little husk on it. Anyways, 46 purple ones. All right. If you want to come by next weekend and buy some, you can. They'll be a lot bigger than this by next weekend. Anyhow, if you want to come buy some next weekend, come over, buy them, $2 a piece. If you wait till after that, they're going to be $2.50 a piece. So just wanted to let y'all know in case anybody wanted to get them. You can come over here. I can have it all ready for you. It'll be on the porch waiting for you. You can set the money on the porch, grab your stuff, and head out the road, back down the road. All right. Also got pepper plants if you want to buy those. Just let me know what you want. I can make you a little bundle up, tell you what you owe. Now the pepper plants, they are $2.50 a plant. But like I say, they already got blooms, already got peppers on them. Anyhow, if you want some, just let me know, and I'll make you up a little package there of them, and you can grab your plants and leave the money on the porch. And just let me know that you're here and you came and you got it and you're leaving. All right, so that's how we're going to operate this thing. So anyhow, if you want them, you got to let me know by next weekend. If not, I'm taking them down there to the greenhouse. That's the nursery that's here, and he's going to buy them all up. So just let me know before next weekend that you're interested. You're going to come get them or whatever. And also, you can also pay me through PayPal if you want to pay through PayPal, and then just pick your plants up. That's fine too. You ain't got to bring cash. Just pay through PayPal, pick up your plants. Plants will be out here in a box with your name on it. You can pick it up and take off. All right. So that's how we're going to do it this year. Like I say, if you're interested, just let me know, because I need to know before next weekend. If not, all the plants go down there to the nursery, down there to the greenhouses, where they can sell. Because everybody's been asking, and he's been wanting me to hurry up and get this stuff up and out. So thought I'd give my friends a shot at it first. See ya.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share.
Thank you, good sir.
You're welcome. And subscribe.